my darlings, welcome back on my channel, or welcome to the journey if this is your first time joining. If this is your first time joining, I apologize. I gave no effort this morning. I'm in my jammies, no makeup. I didn't want it. And I'm using a new camera, as you can see. It does what it wants. And the camera zoomed in for no reason. See, it's meant to zoom in if I do something like this, I think. Or zoom out, I suppose. Okay. And it is showing all of my flaws that I don't even see through the mirror. My face is really not that bad usually, and that's why I allowed myself not to have makeup. Anyway, I think I'm a bit pixelized for you because for some reason we're gonna have to roll with it. It might zoom in and out of my face. I apologize. I think I'm also pixelized for you. Don't ask me why. I don't know, okay? I've been trying to figure out the settings of the camera through OBS on my Mac. It's been a journey and I'm tired. This video might be a bit pixelized, and the sound of it with this microphone that is also a bit shit might not be the optimal experience, and I apologize. But anyway, welcome to another reaction to the warning. This time I'll be reacting to the Mayday vlogs. I think that's what they're called. This is a Patreon request from Jürgen. Thank you, as always. Always happy to react to something from the warning, and especially today. I feel like I need it. I feel like after trying to get this to work and it's not really working, I wanted to do dramatic zoom in and not zoom out. I think DPA can bring a bit of sunshine in my life. So I've got my snack and we're gonna react to that. It's a change. DPA, the warning. We're starting this again.
El nombre o de que los nombres individuales de la banda o al
No,
revés?
I don't know. Okay. No. Hi, we're the warning. I'm Daniela. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Hi, I'm Daniela.
I'm Paulina. I'm Alejandra.
And we are the
I guess I don't need
warning.
a CC then.
This third album, I can honestly say with a lot of
Error?
confidence, is that it's the best thing that we've ever done.
The new album, how to describe it? It's the warning on steroids.
They can all
Nice.
play their instruments like no one I've ever seen. If you listen to this album, you know this is a rock band. It's not a female rock band or a young rock band. This is a rock band.
And then they brought the
closed
demos.
my eyes. I'm sorry, I don't know
was
what just
like, you
happened.
guys are kidding me. It's like, do you ever write a bad song? It's at
No.
another level. The warning at another level.
Working on the album with David and Rick was a little bit nerve-wracking at first because we know what we want to hear.
I was really nervous that David was gonna be like, no, I hate all this and let's do something different. Like
my
we
God,
were
imagine.
prepared to fight over our songs.
We literally told them, like, we are super picky. Picky.
You see how far you can push day one. And you started to talk about a song I didn't
Make it
like. I
worse,
said,
I
I
think.
don't like this song. And I had 3 girls right up in my face together. And they talk in Spanish.
It's somewhere between like the buddy system and gang mentality, in my opinion. You know, they travel in a pack.
Like a gang of lionesses circling
His
the
voice
prey.
is epic.
I think that if we were not sisters, like this would have fallen apart so quickly.
Having
Oh.
3 girls being amazing, talented musicians at such a young age, and then having those 3 girls be sisters and so connected, that doesn't happen.
I can't believe they're my daughter. Like, what moment that happened? How?
Being in a band with your family is great. We experience everything as a family that it'd be weird like to experience it alone and then come to my family like, oh my god, this happened. No, it's like a thing. It happened to all of us. It always happens to all of us.
I'm used to being in a room for 3 months with a band. This instance, I've never experienced before. I've never had the parents in the studio. And then their manager came. Now I've got the guardians I definitely didn't get to be me because I usually swear like a trooper and say all sorts of inappropriate things in the studio because nobody's filming me usually. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that, and I probably never will again the rest of my career.
You know, they're going to get where they want to go. They strike me as workaholics, and they're on a mission. I mean, this is their dream, this is their destiny, and they're going to do it.
Their best work yet. And that's not just because they're our daughters.
It's an amazing feeling. A big accomplishment for them.
I mean, they've been through David Bendeth boot camp.
Danny looks so much like my mother.
Yep.
Is it wrong? I have never been so on time.
This does sound more like a synth.
Going once, going twice. Die for me.
Wow. What a performance. Beautiful, beautiful. What a voice.
Yeah.
What a special voice you have. I hold a certain standard.
Must be something
for the
to be
records
sat
I
right
make.
next to her when she's
Of
doing
course,
that.
they've almost earned a rite of passage in the sense that they played on their record everything.
That's all them, you know. They did it, they played it, they killed it.
When we started working with David, we just took it to like a whole new level. And we're so happy with the result. And I'm just super, super excited for it to be public and for people to listen to it and hear what people got to say. Because I am so proud of what we did. So proud.
Ah, imagine being proud at that young age. Okay, I hope. Did it zoom in my face the entire time like this? Because I couldn't see. Let's chat about it for a second. Oh my god. But anyway, otherwise, it's really fun to see the process. I am a bit distracted by the really good song playing in the background. Evolve. Amazing song. I've not gone through the entire Era album yet. So yeah, if you've got any requests for that, I could post a list of like where I'm at, or you could just look at the playlist of the reactions if you've not seen them all already. I wanted to comment on like I feel like there's a specific style of like this is like a BTS behind the scenes of recording the album. I feel like there's a specific style of like all bands in the studio are always in black and white. All bands I've seen working in the studio. There's like a specific aesthetic of like this is in the studio, it needs to be black and white, and I don't know why. But I find that interesting. It's cool, I guess. It makes it more official for some reason. It makes it more of like we're going back in time. But yeah, it's really cool to get to see the behind the scenes of that and like who they worked with as well. It's always something I look into to like know who the producer is and to get them to know their take on it as well. So that's really fun. Oh my god, my fucking fringe. I'm gonna hate this video. But yeah, I'll stop recording for a second and I'll figure my shit out. I apologize. Okay guys, I think we're in business now. I think I have fixed my hair. I feel more comfortable. We won't be on YouTube anymore. I don't need the CC anyway. Not really, from what I understand. So let's just jump into the second part of this. We only have 5 more to go. We're in this together. Okay, we are in this together. I don't even
Describe
fucking
each
have my headphones on.
other. Okay, let's do Pal first.
Creative.
Outspoken.
She's a spark.
She can also be a
Aw.
bit loud,
It's the life of the party.
energetic.
A great drummer, great singer.
She really drives what's happening.
She goes completely on passion.
Pal is such a fan of music.
Drummer, singer, writer, composer.
Alpha, you know, right in your face.
But she's so lovable.
I'm gonna take everything as a compliment. You. How would I describe myself though?
LA is so humble and so talented. She's technically incredible.
She can hang with the best of them.
Very bold.
She's observant and very persistent.
You are scary at times, but that is very useful.
Yo, Allie with the eye rolls. She's the most reserved, but to be honest, she may be the most animated.
You, Danny, you're very organized.
Older sister, protector, the same as she asks of herself, which is a lot, she asks of the team.
Discipline, persistent.
She's a sweetheart.
She's honestly super nice. Like, I don't know how she does it.
She's the heart.
Very, very passionate.
She's a boss.
Danny is a powerhouse front woman.
I mean, she's up there with the top voices of female rockers.
The beacon of light in the dark.
Oh, that's so nice.
See?
So nice.
And I'm scary.
Yeah. Everyone's so nice. Sunshine and Alice scary.
Jumping from covers to like writing our own music I think it came very naturally.
Pau has been writing songs since she was like, I don't know, maybe even 5. We would be like, I don't know, making lemonade. She was like, making lemonade.
We started writing as like a little experiment, and our first EP was basically those little experiments.
Our main focus for writing is rock and roll, but that doesn't mean that we don't listen or learn from any other genres.
I listen to a lot of K-pop, and I also listen to a lot of Japanese rock since it's so different.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of classical music, I listen to a lot of alternative music, I listen to a lot of K-pop.
I love rock and roll for its energy, and
that's why they're
wouldn't
great
change
musicians.
that for our band, but it's great also to learn from all the different types of music that there's all around the world.
Good. I really liked it. The chorus is really good, and I think that one of the best things about this is that you put really quick melodies that go up and down very quickly, and in like Korean language, like that works so well because they have like so many like syllables.
Creatively, it's all them. The way they work is they start writing and composing, and then they get together, then they rehearse, and they don't show us anything.
As for what we speak about in our songs, well, most of the times they come from Pau's brain, and we're just like, that's genius, and we kind of tweak it out and make the song appropriate to that feeling that we're talking about.
So I usually just sit on the piano and I just play something until something comes out. And then I show Danny and Ali the song. I try to pitch it as best as I can, so they're like, oh my god, that's a great song, let's work on it.
Pau's the one who has like that muscle, that creativity to just like create little words out of nowhere.
We start working on it. We start adding the drums, the guitars, the bass, and we're all very involved in that process. And it's really fun because I know I play the bass, but I don't do my bass parts alone. Like, Pau helps me and Danny helps me, and it's the same for the drums, the vocals, and the guitars.
Since we are very opinionated, we like to be in each and every part of the process. So we're doing bass lines, we're all there. Each second is important.
We're all very involved in every part of the process, which I think makes every song unique, and it sounds like us. Honestly, we get along so well, but the only moments where we have like fights is when we're writing, because we have such different opinions about what a song should be. It's up to votes. 2 people, you win.
We work really well.
Okay, that's a cool
because
concept.
We have this honesty to our communication.
We do have like that clear line between like bandmates and sisters. You need to look at it as like what's best for the band, and not like, oh my god, like you're turning your back on me, like I'm your sister. No, like we're working.
Seeing them in the studio interact as bandmates and as sisters was really cool. It's just such a deeper level of connection. They know exactly what they need to do to support each other in all situations. When someone's cutting a vocal, when someone's cutting a guitar, like if it's going well or if there's hesitation, there's just like that sister connection. Was so cool to see that level of support.
They're sisters. I don't know how else to put it. It's like obvious that they're sisters, that they have each other's back, they finish each other's sentences, or they say the same thing at the same time.
When you're in a band, it's like you can break up. If this band were to disband, like they're still gonna be sisters, and no matter how heated or how big of a deal any of this is to any of us, I don't think it's more important than their family to them.
I'm so glad that we started writing our own music, because there's like nothing that I love more. That's what we like doing the most, inspiring people with our own music.
And I have found out that my comfort zone is writing from the heart. It's literally, if I'm feeling a very strong emotion, the song comes out.
Yeah, you gotta. Cool. Yeah, I find that, because they said that they are so opinionated, and that's often what causes a band to disband, when everyone has their own opinions, and like when everyone is talented, which kind of sucks to put it that way, but like I feel like usually you have one person that might write more, have more, and it's not taking anything away from the other bandmates. Sorry, they were just announced for download, so now I'm excited and they're at the back of my mind, and I need to do more of them. But I wanted to say bandmates. Yeah, so it's not taking anything away from the band members that might not write or not write as much. Like they obviously would have ideas still, but there's usually like a leader in the band, and even then, even when there's only one, sometimes it might be too much for the other ones. That's what causes bands to fall apart, and when there are several people in the band who also write, and then you're trying to get your idea across. I know that if I were in a band, it's hard to think of things differently than how they are in my mind, for example. So I feel like if someone were to say, oh, well, I'd rather do it that way, I'd be like, but in my brain, it's not that way. I feel like I was like that a bit more when I was younger. Then with time, sometimes you can think about it and be like, yeah, no, actually they're right. This is much nicer. But the point I was trying to make is the fact that they are sisters and also so opinionated, like, I feel like probably helps them because they have a whole different kind of respect for one another. Or disrespect, sometimes, obviously, siblings. But it's siblings love. It's it's love through disrespect, sometimes. That is definitely a plus and an advantage for them, I think. Because, like, I do wonder what it would be like if they weren't family, but would have, like, the same talent, the same, you know, would be the same people, but not family. How well would that work, if that would work at all, you know? So let's carry on. I might do this one in 2 parts because I feel like this is going to be long as fuck. Nobody wants to sit here for 5 hours with me.
Technology played a huge part in our band. We became known because of a YouTube video.
Social media is such a big part for us as a band, and without social media,
she had to bring me the
we
Horizon
wouldn't have
shirt.
reached all those people who listen to our music right now.
I honestly don't know how they do what they do, but I know that the numbers don't lie.
When it comes to going viral at the age that they did, they've had a head start building this social media and online presence that people would pay millions to obtain.
That's an amazing thing to see. I mean, to have this type of fan dedication and loyalty this early is, you know, it's really impressive. And it speaks to the fact that their music really touches people.
When you start out in music, the first thing that you think about is not really like, how am I going to manage my social media? It's the last thing that you're thinking of.
When I first met them, they had already gone viral because they were uploading videos of them doing covers and practicing music so that their grandparents could see it.
When the attention came in, it was like pretty shocking.
What we did as a team was land it with a proper strategy and a vision. We all talk about what we're doing in social media every day.
It is like a lot to do, but honestly, like, it helps us a lot.
Thank you, patrons. Shout out to all of you. You are awesome.
You know, this community and friendships have been, you know, forged all over the world.
We're always thinking of new ways to create new content for them.
And even if it just was like one person, it means something to them. That's an incredible feeling.
I think that they just feel like more responsibility to their audience, to their fans. They're constantly evolving and working more for them.
It can kind of be intimidating as our fan base grows. It's very hard not to think about what other people might think.
To think like, I kind of need to be perfect. I mean, being a like woman in rock is a whole thing.
We have gone through a lot of different experiences, mostly on stage, where we would get these looks like, what are these little girls gonna do?
Like, our treatment was sometimes very, very different. Like, the staff would treat you different, the bands would treat you different. I remember going to festivals when I was like 11. People would look at us like, oh, what are they gonna do here? And suddenly we started playing and everyone was just like shocked by what we did, and I was like, yeah. People really
why underestimate us?
A lot out of you because they're not used to seeing women on these stages.
It is very nerve-wracking
and children
to go out in front of everyone and be that vulnerable. You see, like, this is me, this is what I do. Do you like it?
You know, it's not easy for them being young, being female in a rock genre, and I think they're gonna bring change to that.
The most important thing in what we do is to just stay true to ourselves.
I'm really proud that this is a group of girls. I think there's so much talented female musicians out there, but historically they've been underrepresented in rock and roll. I don't really know what the reason is, but if I can be a part of helping to bring that energy to the forefront, then that's what I want to do.
You know, in such a male-dominated field, to see not only 3 women but 3 sisters playing rock music, it was awesome. Also, being a father of 2 daughters, it was inspiring to see that too. It's something I wanted them to see.
We step up our game just to prove we belong here.
Rock and roll and music in general is for everyone to enjoy.
It doesn't matter who's playing the music. If you like it and if it's good and if you think it's good, that's what matters.
They are the future of rock and roll.
Playing rock and roll, like there's no energy equal to that.
To see like all these people that are from all around the world, some of them are older, some of them are younger, how they all just connect like through the power of music.
And it's so fun to see people having fun with you. It's just like a big party.
When young girls reach out to us, it's the most satisfying feeling ever.
You can feel it when people tell you what your music means to them. It's such an indescribable feeling.
Like when someone comes up to you in the meet and greet and they're like, I started playing the drums because of you. Oh my God, like you feel like crying. It shows that anyone can do what we're doing.
It's easy for people to blow up on the internet and kind of not act like it's a thing, but these girls, they dedicate time every day to trying to make sure that someone in their fan group or their whole fan group has an experience.
There's so many people that follow us and listen to our music. If I am just able to keep doing what I'm doing right now and keep touching like people's hearts this way, I'm happy.
I really love what I do, and I'm very grateful that all of you have given me the chance to prove it and to be it and to share it with you.
Ah, that's so sweet. They're so articulate for their age, and obviously because they've been, I guess, surrounded by adults from a young age doing this. But even then, like, just I feel like as people in general, they just have so much depth, you know, just listening to the lyrics that they wrote at such a young age as well. I find that fascinating. Yeah, really fun, really cool to see what's going on in the back of their minds when this happens. But yeah, the whole talk about women being misrepresented, that's definitely true. Less now, I think. I feel like in recent years, and maybe I'm just paying attention to it now as well, but because I've been recommended so many bands with at least female-led singers, newer ones, like, you know, there's Tigress, Bandmaids. I don't know if it was if they were misrepresented in the fact that they weren't on the scene at all, or they were just not getting the same attention, because I feel like there's always been this image of the rocker woman, you know, they've always been there. Was it just that they weren't getting the same amount of press? You know, some elitists maybe were being like shutting them out. Female rockers, why is it not? Please, please, why? I'm gonna sit there. I don't like. No, I want a bit of space. I don't want to be like. Anyway, sorry. It's a love-hate story right now. Thank you. But yeah, you can, like, from the top of my mind, you know, Joe and Jet. My brain is not computing anything. But, you know, they've always been there, but definitely just, like, not as much, I suppose. And the fact that their entire band is all women is really cool. I think in general, for most things, and I'm going to get a bit deep, it's another issue, like on the grander scale. But I think in general, there's this idea at the back of people's minds, even though we're in a modern, evolved world, we can definitely see right now how well that's going and how easy it is to go backwards. Like, I feel like at the back of people's minds, in most sectors, there's less place for women. So that's in music, unless it's pop as well. But even then, I would be curious to see, in terms of statistics, if there are... That is not the right hand movement. I just did that. You looked. Even though we don't think about it, male singers in pop as well, or musicians. I'll do a little research. I'm not gonna do that now. That's what I was saying. What was I saying? This is like the most ADHD I've been ever. You know, they used to say, "Oh, the place for women is in the kitchen." Not even anymore. There are more men who work as chefs. Like you would think that it's like, oh, sure, then I'll be a chef. No, actually.
And you know what? I have just realized that I've not watched these vlogs in order. There was so much chaos going on that I thought, you know, I had a file with all of the videos downloaded and I thought they'd just be, you know, the 6 of them in order. So I didn't check episode 1. I just clicked on them. But as it turns out, it would appear that they were not in order. So I think I've watched, if the order that they are in my file is how I've watched them, then I have seen episode 1. I started off right, great. And I have seen episode 3 and episode 4. Okay, well, we're gonna go with episode 2. So that is how it all began. I'm pretty sure. Didn't watch it.
Hello, I am Paulina Villarreal. I am 18 years old. I am the drummer for the band The Warning. My name is Alejandra
An
Villarreal.
official
I'm from Monterrey, Mexico,
introduction
and I'm
that
the
makes
bass player
sense.
for the band The Warning.
I'm Daniela
She's so
Villarreal.
sweet.
I am the guitar player and
I am
lead
the
singer of
bassist.
The Warning. So The Warning came to be in a very early stage of our lives. We started playing classical piano at a very young age. I think I was 6 and Pau was
Wow.
around 4.
It was a
Madness.
family environment of music.
We started playing the piano when we were
Lucky.
very young. We started with like classical music, and then we bought this video
Lucky.
game, Rock Band, the Rock Band.
The rock band.
Rock band.
When we bought the game, that was the moment when we were like, hey, we want to do that.
We absolutely
Nice.
loved that video game. We played it all the time. I would just be like jumping around with my guitar. Pat would never let me play the drums because that was her thing and she was super good at it and I was just like, no.
When we bought the game, I noticed Paulina, and she was like, like with so much coordination, and I told her like, look at Paulina.
But you need to take into account that I was like 6 years old at that time.
By next week, Paulina was in lessons.
Oh, look at her.
The thing with Dani was she wanted the guitar because of the rock band, but we knew that it was gonna be difficult for her because she was 8 years old.
I asked my dad if I could play the guitar and he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. And he said 6 months. And by the week I wanted to give up.
But she kept her promise, and by that time, she already started to love.
I was about 3 when we got the Rock Band, so I didn't actually play. She was a baby. And basically when we were playing Rock Band, and I was clapping next to us. I picked the bass when I was about like 6 or 7, and I was like, ooh, I want to play that. Don't know what it is, but I want to play it. And when she started playing the bass, we started like thinking like, hey, these instruments, like we can play them together. We were like, oh, these 3 instruments actually make up a band. So we're like, we can start playing together.
We said like, why? We should play something together. And that was it.
We had
I don't
no
think I know the
idea
songs playing in
that
the
we were gonna
background.
do what we're doing today, like at all.
For us, the decision to upload videos on YouTube was just like, we're gonna send it to our grandparents. The file is too big, let's upload it on YouTube and send them the link.
But suddenly they started getting a lot of attention.
All of a sudden, it exploded.
Our parents really reminded us that like this was for the music and we could use that to start writing our own music. I think that was something that caused such a huge change in us, from just like, let's play for fun, to like, whoa, we're a band now.
Not everything comes without its sacrifices. It was tons and tons of practice.
Suddenly, you're not just a normal little teenager who goes to school, does her homework. You're playing shows. You're playing in
A lot more
festivals, and
exciting,
you're playing in
might I
front of
add.
a lot of people. Something that maybe like a lot of people my age take for granted, like going to parties, going to school, even like people who like, oh my god, I need to wake up
Parties?
at like 6 a.m. and go to school every day, was something that like we couldn't do.
And I appreciate the support of my parents and all that they had to go through to get us to this point, because for them, it was just as hard.
As a parent, you never know which one is the right bad. We wanted to support them, like any parent, just try to give them what makes them happy.
We usually compare it, what we're doing and what is happening and what could have happened. But as we started playing more shows and as more people started to show up, especially like at an international level, it was like that's where it really settled in. Like, whoa, like this is for real. We are so grateful that we have the opportunity to be playing these shows, working this way, writing music. Like all these opportunities don't happen to a lot of people.
Thanks to all of that and all the sacrifice that we put through as a team, and not only us but our parents and our management, everyone is just so incredible, and I'm very grateful not only that we did it but that we were able to overcome it.
Ooh, okay.
If we weren't in a band,
if we weren't in music in general, because we always get out of that question like, oh, I would be a songwriter now. Like, what would you do out of music?
Honestly, I think I would be a teacher.
A teacher?
A teacher.
No, you would be such
Imagine
a
having
good
Danny
as
a teacher.
I would like to write. Yeah, I'd be a good writer.
You would be a writer.
I would have to do
Definitely.
something creatively. I couldn't. Yeah, no, like a job office. I honestly have no idea.
I think you would be a good model.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not really good at posing, but you know, you could work. I could work on that. You got the height. You got the face.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is that's totally true. I'm glad that it's nice to see that they have the self-awareness, or just the awareness to know that they had the opportunity to do all these things, and that like other as equally talented people who don't get these opportunities obviously wouldn't be where they are today. So like the fact that they're aware makes me think that they're also grateful for that. And I think they also mentioned that they were when Ali said parties, someone like parties. I don't know how old she was then, but like literally still a teenager. She's like what, 19 now? So if that was for era, that's like a few years back. Like, honey, I don't know there. I know when you watch films, people do go to parties. My high school years were partyless. Like, it was, I don't know, not really a thing. Oh, and also I wanted to mention that they're lucky as well. Like, it's like every block of the puzzle, you know, really like put itself together well for them to be able to do that, because Ali could have also wanted to play the guitar, for example, or also wanted to be main singer. Like, I feel like that's often a clash when people want to start a band. Different members or different friends, or I guess family members, just want to do the whole thing. They want to be the lead. That's often the case. Like, I feel like everyone wants to be lead and or guitarist. Those are like the most picked out instruments. So they're lucky that also Ali was like, I want the bass. I don't want the spotlight. I want to be there, but also not there. Okay, well, we shall carry on with number 5 now. I am so sorry. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter that they weren't in order, because they all have their own theme, but it does make sense that the number 2 was like more about them. So anyway, and then it goes into, I think, the social media bit and like more of their growth. Like, and I guess it's a bit more cohesive if you watch it in the right order, but I do things my way, okay? Not on purpose, but we'll roll with it. This is goals and moving forward. Ooh, that will be interesting to watch after they already have another album out and then nearly another one as well. See if they've kept up with their
really worked
ambitions
with people outside of like our trusted group.
My first actual personal interaction was when I met them. They were playing 2 sold-out nights at Mercury Lounge, and I came the first night and checked it out and was so blown away. I came back the second night with Jason Flom.
Devin O'Connor, our senior A&R person at Lava, she invited me to go to a show at the Mercury Lounge, and I think it was a cold winter's night, and I've been to the Mercury Lounge too many times in my life, but I went and my head exploded.
Yeah, I knew it was that song.
Going from being an independent band to a signed band, it's a very big change.
Because we have been independent since we started, and we had been doing really well.
For years, we've always kind of seen.
I didn't know that that's
where
when they
the
got
band is
signed.
going independently. We started seeing this growth, and we would ask ourselves, it's like, how far can we take it ourselves, and then when is it time to start searching for partners.
We just didn't want to sign with someone who would take control over our music. When Lava approached, it was just like an amazing opportunity for us.
The Warning had great touring numbers, great Spotify numbers, great social media interaction. Their fans are diehard. But first and foremost, the most important part is the music, and the music blew me away.
At Lava, we like to sign great artists. It's really a simple criteria.
When we were approached by Lava, we dove in and definitely found very clear pattern. It was the same sound and look before Jason got him than after.
When they actually reached out to us, we couldn't believe it. And me being an amazing, like a big Paramore fan, I was just like, wow,
Paramore.
Oh wow.
But when we started talking with Lava, we clicked. We were on the same page. I knew that this was the step that we had to take, that we would be able to be on another level now.
It took a long time.
We were negotiating for 7 months.
Oh,
But we finally did it.
Signing with Lava was like a game changer for us.
Complete game changer.
When we signed, it was it was just such a big relief.
And now, with the whole Lava team behind us, I feel super powerful.
Honestly, I am so grateful.
We're this super strong team.
Being the first rock band in Latin American history to sign with a US major record label definitely has to be my proudest moment, and every grain of sand that I contributed to that is something that I'll cherish forever. That's one for the books.
Ever since we signed, we've gotten so many opportunities. We got to record our third album during a pandemic.
With the power of a record label, we can make songs for different artists. We can get our songs in movies or anything. The possibilities are endless. Our earliest goals for the band, we're gonna learn this song and we're gonna rock it. We're gonna be on time. I mean, those are still goals. But as we grew up until now, our goals have changed drastically.
I would just really love to play all over the world and have my music reach out to as many people as possible.
And we would love to, go on a world tour, get our music everywhere, and just kind of share that love for music that we have wherever we can.
I can envision a stadium full of fans rocking out to The Warning. If we were able to help make that happen, it would be, it would just be magical.
Future hope for the band is world domination.
Yeah, we want to tour the world. We want to melt faces, rock on stage. We want to break stereotypes and show the world that dreams do come true.
My goal for them is that they become the biggest band in the world. It sounds crazy, but it's actually possible. It's going to take a ton of hard work, and it's also going to take some lucky breaks. At the end of the day, I think that is within the realm of possibility. There's no reason that they can't do that.
Absolutely.
Our favorite place we traveled as a band, I think we have each one different in mind. Okay, let's just say it at the same time and see if it matches up.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Argentina!
Oh! We got
Argentina.
It was awesome. It was such a great tour.
It was our first time having such a long tour. 2 weeks. It was
2
2
weeks.
weeks. It was a 2-week tour with
it was our first time there.
And it was amazing.
It was
Honestly, I am
amazing.
dying to go back to Argentina. The energy the Argentinian public has, wow. Awesome.
I miss you guys.
Aww. Fun. I mean, I feel like they're on their way for their goal of touring the world. I feel like they've maybe toured in more places than they did back then already. They just keep growing and growing. That's the last one, guys. The EP.
COVID.
Once we signed with Lava, we didn't want to lose any time.
The band was about to go on a tour.
Forgot
and then
about him.
COVID hit, so everything that they were working on got canceled. And so they shifted the target immediately to, okay, we're going to make the record now.
And David Bendith was a name that crossed between options that they brought to the table and options that we had seen. Really quickly, it became, okay, let's get him on a Zoom.
We had a Zoom call with him. There was just a connection. We shared the same vision. We were very excited, very nervous as well, because we knew it was going to be tough.
Teenagers are different than any other band. They're very pliable.
We were really nervous. Looking back on that call, David was also nervous. We see it, and I was like, "Why were you nervous?" We were shaking. You are David Bendith.
Making an album in the middle of a global pandemic was a very unique experience.
We started lockdown on March. We had not left our house until September. We were really respectful of like the safety of it all.
Obviously, it was COVID, and the first thoughts across my mind were, how is this gonna work? But what we did was we were in the bubble.
We decided after a lot of conversations about it that we were gonna record it in New Jersey.
We did COVID testing, we traveled with seat covers and masks and face shields and gloves, antibacterial and sprays and wipes. Nobody on our team got COVID. We were all very careful and very professional. And I think, that just makes this album that much more special.
We were just in a little bubble all the time.
I think it kept us really in the zone.
It was definitely scary starting at first, because of course the question
kind of what recording is to begin with,
the month, things would be
in
safer.
studio
But
all the
it
time.
ultimately came down to the fact that the music was ready, and it feels urgent, it feels relevant. We want to put this music out.
Working with David and Rick was a very new experience for us. Actually never worked like this much with people who only talk in English.
Their English is amazing. My Spanish is absolutely awful. The one time that I brought up a mispronunciation, I can't remember if it was Danny or Powell, one of them said something and I jumped on it. And you just hear
Don't do
Alec
that.
from the back, your Spanish sucks. You gotta watch out. You don't know who's waiting in the wings to get you.
This third album, I am so proud of what we did with it.
It came out very generational, very social. More than anything, I think we want to call out people to think.
It's about Gen Z, it's about technology, it's about communication. The new album is the world from New Warning's perspective.
Since we evolved as people, we changed, our views of the world changed, we grew up. I think our writing and our music changed and grew as well.
In this instance, you could tell that each one of them had spent time honing their craft and practicing. I saw a crack in the door where I could push them and I could open a world to them where they could be less rigid. Even though it's tough and they don't like it, they're built to withstand it. And so you could push them. And so I did.
It was great to see how our different opinions meshed and became this great album.
We really stepped out of a little box of songwriting.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, there was moments when it was extremely tense.
It was sometimes like, David, that's not how it is right now. And David was like, well, this is how it should be. And we're like, ah! We had a lot of conversations about how to meet a healthy middle.
I guess the best way to say it's how you come back from that determines how much you've grown.
Working with them was incredible, and we all got to learn so much from the process. I feel super confident about the next steps I'm taking as a musician because I got to learn from the pros.
All the work with David Bandit, it was a blessing. It was amazing.
I already missed them. We were with them for so long. It was
true.
an amazing experience.
I hope that this record goes platinum and we all have plaques on our walls. As far as for the band, I wish them all the success in the world.
We know that we have much to learn every single day. There's always something more.
My dreams and goals for them is for them to grow as players, to keep writing songs. But my biggest goal for them would be to stay in touch with who they are and never lose that.
Our love for what we do is so real and it's so big. Why have we worked so hard for so long to just stop here?
Satanir, día exitoso.
Yay! Un día exitoso! What an ending. What a way to end it. Is that really the last one? Well, that was fun. I'm sorry this video is very long. I'm sorry of the chaos, but we made it through in the end, and this was very insightful and interesting to hear how articulate they are to begin with. And when, what was his name, David? When he said that, he saw that he could push them, so he did. That's cool in a way that he looked for that open door first. Because I feel like some producers or people in general would push people to do better and be better, even though they're at their best. I know I've had a boss like this, and I was just like, I'm doing my best. It was like, do better. And that's in my brain forever, and I'll hate it forever. But I'm glad that he was just like, I guess if they wouldn't have been able to take it, he wouldn't have gone there. Maybe. I'm not saying that he was harsh. Obviously, I wasn't there. But I feel like he feels like he would be. You know, for me, like, the pushing means, like, not in a negative way, but just, like, applying more pressure. Maybe a bit more like, no, you listen to me. You're gonna do that. And that's what makes me think that I don't know if I'd do well in that world at all, because I hate being told what to do. And also being pushed. It's like, I'll get there in my own time. I'm a Taurus after all. I'll get there in my own time. That's unrelated. I'm glad that they were pushed in the end and that they were challenged in a way. I guess that's the greatest way to learn and grow as a person and as an artist. It's to be challenged, to have your ideas challenged, and they seem to do that within 3 of them to begin with, and that's why they're amazing. To have like an external team to do that as well, and like new people coming in and be like, I don't know, that's how I understood it. That's what happened, but I might be wrong. I still have yet to go through the entire Era album in my reaction, so if you have any requests of songs that I should react to, write them down in the comments, yeah, or you can also check out the links in the description to leave requests that I will pay more attention to. There is coffee on there, because I think we're done here. I don't have anything else to say, but I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, yeah? So there is coffee on there, and there is also Patreon, on which you get early access to the videos, access to blocked videos, and access to some more exclusive content, exclusive reactions, as well as whatever else I feel like posting on there. We chat, there are polls, we have a lot of fun, so check it out if you want, if you're not part of the Patreoners already, the Echoes and the Whisperers. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. This was very insightful. If you'd like to just hang out with me for a little while longer, you can obviously check out all the reactions I've done to The Warning. There are some more on Patreon that were exclusive to Patreon, but most of them are here in this playlist, if you would like to check it out. And yeah, if you want to hang out just some more, I do have another channel on which I like to talk about slightly different things, you know, witchcraft and ghosts and the absurdity of life. Maybe. So yeah, check it out if you want. And I also have a podcast. But anyway, for now, it's time for this video to end. And I'll see you all very soon.